For the first time, militants from the group known as Islamic State or ISIL will be targeted in Syria by US forces after President Obama set out his strategy.
My fellow Americans,
he promised no safe haven for any group that threatened America. The extremist brutality, particularly the beheading of US journalists, has helped shift opinion decisively in favour of airstrikes.
I've made it clear that we will hunt down terrorists who threaten our country wherever they are. That means I will not hesitate to take action against ISIL in Syria as well as Iraq.
Many US airstrikes have targeted militants in Iraq. More US personnel, but not ground troops, will be sent to support local forces. There'll also be more help for Syrian rebels.
In the fight against ISIL, we cannot rely on an Assad regime that terrorizes its own people, a regime that will never regain the legitimacy it has lost. Instead, we must strengthen the opposition as the best counterweight to extremists like ISIL.
The Western-backed Syrian National Coalition has welcomed Obama's plan, urging Congress to back it. It comes as the president's foreign policy ratings have plunged to his lowest yet ahead of mid-term elections.
President Obama last night tried to walk a fine line between what seems to be a political and military necessity and what the U.S. public is willing to tolerate during an election campaign. A large majority of Americans is still against any U.S. combat mission in the Middle East. But at the same time, Americans want their president to respond forcefully to the ISIL threat. The strategy that Obama outlined reflects that. The jihadists will be destroyed with crucial U.S. support, but ground combat must be fought by local forces. If necessary, this strategy would give Obama enough flexibility to step up the fight after the November elections. Stefan Grobe, Euronews, Washington.